to another episode of Witticism. I'm Mary.
And I'm Kane, bringing you the news that matters most around the globe. In Utah, a 3-year-old boy was found wandering a 10-acre corn maze. When asked what happened, they could only get the boy to say his brother's and his cat's name, but refused to give his own. Authorities waited 30 minutes to see if his family would come looking for him and even searched the maze. When it became apparent that no one was coming, he was given to Child Services. Turns out the parents got the whole way home and didn't realize until about 7:45 a.m. the next day that he was missing. I guess they were trying to give him the best chance to end up like Joe Dirt, but with a high phobia of corn on the cob.
2 home invaders in Connecticut decided to take their business professionally. They went and invaded an elderly woman's home, posing as Comcast workers, making way with over $8,000 in medical marijuana, among other items. When the police arrived at the scene, they found one of them had left their resume in the bathroom. Maybe they thought of being break-in experts with the catchphrase, "Let us rob you so others can't."
In nature news, an insect that is less than an inch long, known as the water boatman, is found to be the loudest animal in the world relative to body size. The bug generates over 100 decibels just by rubbing its penis. That's impressive. The only noise I make when I rub my penis is...
In other news, a recent study found that tobacco smokers could gain 86 million years of life if they decided to switch to vaping. This poses the question, do you even vape, bro?
So, after putting emphasis on not carjacking, you people still couldn't take the hint. It's time for the second installment of Don't Carjack, but if you do. This week we're going over another important rule if you're carjacking. If you're trying to steal a car, make sure the car isn't manual if you have no clue how to drive stick. My advice is to look for more expensive cars, or newer sports cars that are semi-manual at least. Just a friendly reminder, don't carjack.
Former Communications Chief Anthony Scaramucci recently insisted to reports that he lasted 11 days, not 10, in the position. Word from Scaramucci's wife said that he also insisted he lasted at least 11 minutes last night with her. Unsurprisingly, she does not agree.
2 escaped inmates were arrested at a downtown escape room in Edmonton. When asked why they went to an escape room after breaking out of prison, one replied, "I needed more of a challenge."
Taco Bell and Forever 21 are collaborating to release a limited edition clothing line. The fashion line will feature taco-stained shirts, burrito dresses, and my personal favorite, nacho lingerie sets. On top of all that, each item will be chemically treated to forever smell of fake taco meat.
Have you guys heard the rumor that the world is ending in 2018 due to the economical, political, and environmental crises going on? Oh, you already heard? Perfect. Let everyone know.
Recently, Trump has come under fire for telling the widow of a fallen soldier that he knew what he signed up for. But that's not surprising. I mean, what do you think he told the courts when he was facing sexual assault allegations? Probably something along the lines of, "She knew what she signed up for when she crossed my path." A winky face.
Speaking of sexual assault, former producer and film executive Harvey Weinstein has recently been fired from his job after dozens of sexual assault and rape allegations were made against him in the last few weeks.
Yeah, and in response to all this chaos, Weinstein has left the country to seek sex addiction help in Europe. Can we talk about the new sex addiction illness that celebrities are using to blame their infidelity on? Saying that you're addicted to sex is like a toddler saying they're addicted to juice. Yeah, you like it, it's enjoyable at any moment of the day, but toddlers are claiming juice addiction when they leave their stuffed animal alone in their room.
Weinstein's accusers range from stars like Angelina Jolie to Meryl Streep, but at least now he is only in the headlines and not an unwilling victim.
Trump's promised border wall is finally underway. Well, kind of. Currently, wall prototypes are being built, and workers have just released photos of the 8 different wall prototypes. These mini walls are made out of concrete and metal, and are all basically the exact same thing in a different set of costumes. So instead of actually building the wall, we are building wall. Just random slabs of wall.
A wanted man posted on his Facebook that he would turn himself in on the condition that his post got 1,000 shares. The police have since taken the incident to heart and have added cyberbullying to the list of his charges. And that's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Kane.
And I'm Mary.
You stay beautiful, Indiana.
Don't go to college. It sucks, mostly. Some of it's good, like this is good. These cast and crew members are awesome. Some of the programs are sweet, but like, honestly, it's probably a waste of time for like most things. but also you kind of have to go. So probably ignore my advice.
Greek life is a funny thing. You're gonna realize that you're gonna walk past these buildings late at night and you're not gonna feel safe.
Obviously you have your fraternities and your sororities. With your sororities, there's like your woo girl, like top tier sororities, and they're just like always out in the street and like, I love you, oh my God. So like if you know our crew member Jackie, she's in one of those. And then there's some like cooler sororities that just chill and hang out and they're, you know, don't really, they mind their own business, they're pretty cool. And then you have the sororities that are like no one knows that they actually exist. For fraternities, we have the rapey frats, which are like the guys that they don't let any guys come to their parties. It's like girls only, hashtag rape culture.
Potentially rapey, potentially fun, and like potentially expensive.
Gotta be careful of the grabby guys, especially sometimes I'll say that I'm a lesbian and they're still all over me and I'm like, excuse me, leave me alone.
Some of them might try to rape you, maybe put a finger somewhere you don't want one, run away.
And then there's like the cool frats that like just chill, but like they don't really have that many parties and you have to be like friends with them in order to like see how cool they are. And then there's like the lame fraternities and you like go there because you're just like looking for something to do and you get there and there's like 3 guys sitting on a couch like sharing a beer and it's just like really awkward.
The kind of fun ones are only sometimes fun, and the expensive ones, you gotta pay a huge cover, so I don't really think it's worth it.
Yeah, I went to one frat party, and I guess my advice, if you go to a frat party, if you're a guy, bring like 50 girls, because that's like the only way you can get in.
I don't really go to any, well, I did go to parties to try it out in freshman year, at least with Greek life. Usually the floors are sticky, it's pretty nasty. And usually the music sounds all the same and people are grinding on each other and your personal space is really invaded. And I don't like that ever. So I stopped.
There's gonna be like 18-year-olds practicing drinking. That's pretty bad.
And then I think with Greek life, like there's stages that like at least college girls go through. So like your freshman year, you get here, it's like your first night at college and like all you want to do is like go to a frat, dance on the bar and like take your shirt off because like you're new to college and like everything's great.
The very first weekend that I was here as a freshman last year, I ended up at this party. I don't even actually know how it happened, but this one girl was trashed, like out of her mind. And she apparently stole a brick from a construction site and she was so excited about it. And she kept running around asking for people to sign it, but she didn't have a pen. And I think she kept it. I don't know.
So yeah, so freshman year is like that. It's just like all you want to do is like get to the frats, and party it up. And then like sophomore year, like maybe you'll go like once a month, if that, like you're more about like house parties or whatever. And then like junior and senior year, nobody cares about frats because like everyone's going to the bars. So like Greek life fades out. It's like not that important.
Yeah, you either have fun or you don't. There's no in between. It's pretty much all I know. But it's sometimes good to be a girl, and it sucks to be a guy most of the time. Just saying. I know I need Jesus sometimes, but right now I don't need Jesus. Let me get to class and make it through the day.
Unspoken campus rules, like is that a thing?
I hate when I'm in a class and it's like the 3rd week of class and you walk in and like you go to sit in your assigned seat and someone's there, or even worse when you're walking in and the person who walks in front of you takes your unassigned seat. It's like if you had taken 2 steps faster, you could have beat them to it. But yeah, I don't know why it just like fills me with like rage when someone's sitting in my seat. I feel uncomfortable for the rest of the class. All I can do is like imagine their demise. It's rough.
In high school or in like middle school, everyone hated assigned seats. But now I love them. And I just want my seat in class. I go to class pretty much every day. And if some freaking person is sitting in my freaking seats, I'm like, get the frick out. I've been sitting there for I don't know how many days I've been in class, but I've been sitting there, and they're in my seats, and I'm not happy about it. Now it ruins my day. It literally puts a damper on my day.
The advice that I would give you is hate yourself a little more, because with that added pressure in your life, you can only do better. Like, all that good stress, it's gonna pay off. And if you just do it a little too much, you know, you overdo it and you hate yourself too much, counseling, it's out there on campus. You might think you have allergies, but no, it's depression. So get it treated. You have so many free sessions. Use them up. Go to group. Don't make fun of the people you're in group with. It will pay back. It's gonna haunt you.
I hate when people get mad at you when you have tap and go, because use your app. We have telephones and mobile phones. Like, come on, like, seriously. If you're mad that I decided to be smart and use the device that was created to help get faster food so I can get the frick out of there, use it. Don't get mad at me. My gosh, I'm just using it for the freaking good and it helps me out.
Don't smoke cigarettes when you're walking through the Oak Grove. I don't want to breathe in the tar that you are. That's just rude. You wouldn't light up a cigarette in the car with your infant child, would you? That's how I feel. I feel like your infant child that you don't care about. Save me, mommy, please. I'm in pain. It's gross. I want to throw up. I'm on my way to class. I smell gross now. I don't like it.
I really hate when you're like, everyone's filing into a building to go to a class and then someone just doesn't hold the door. Like, they slide through that little gap and then the door just closes in your face. That's just really, that's really rude, you know? Why would anyone do that?
Ugh, I hate preachers in the freaking Oak Grove. Like, I don't care. Like, stop preaching at me. I don't, like,
I also really hate when I'm walking to class or walking anywhere on campus and people just stand in the middle of the walkway. Like, this happens all the time in the Oak Grove. The paths are pretty narrow, maybe like 3 people wide could like fit on it, and you're walking somewhere and a clump of like 4 people or like a couple will stop and they'll argue there and you have to like walk around it and it's super awkward and super uncomfortable. Like, if you're gonna fight, if you're gonna be annoying, if you're gonna clump up, like, go to the grass, or like, better yet, just like don't do it all, like, don't have friends and get out of my way, please.
People on bikes that don't like get out of the way, like, they just try and run over anyone that's just walking. Like, that is the worst thing. Like, if you're on a bike, like, go around or stop or slow down. Like, you don't have the right of way. Like, I'm a walking pedestrian, like, I have right of way on there. So if you're on a bike, just get off first of all, just walk around normally. Seriously.
And also, when you're walking, walk on the right side of the sidewalk. Don't walk on the wrong one, because I hate when I have to switch sides and then like maneuver around people because you messed up the rotation. If you don't know how to drive, don't go to college. It's just simple. Simple.
My advice to anyone like new to college, I would say just get involved, like join a club, like IUP TV. It's pretty cool, like we're all friends here.
When you go into Folgers or any cafeteria, just be prepared to do battle, because nobody in there looks where they're going at any point in time. You are dodging to spare your own life. At some point, someone will run you over. It's terrible.
Don't punch the mounted police. Definitely don't do that.
Vaping is okay. It depends what you're vaping too, because things get bad very fast if you vape the wrong things. And it smells horrible too.
Don't do sport. I mean, like, it's fun and all, but it's a lot of work and tiring. I guess don't do swimming, because my roommate's a soccer player and she has a blast because they're only like 2 months, whereas we are literally the entire year. So, yeah. Go to parties, make sure you go, do not just sit in your room.
Sit in my room for 18 out of the 24 hours of the day.
And if you don't like to party, go find something to do at night.
And then the rest is either walking to get dinner, lunch, or classes.
Don't be those lame people. I'm sorry if you do that, but you're lame. Like, seriously, you only live once. I know that's like the stupid thing to say, YOLO, but it's true. You're not coming back to life. So come on, go out and have some fun.
Yeah, make lots of friends, because you'll rely on them a lot when you're going insane because of work and because you're not sleeping. They're great. Find some good roommates to move in with. Get out of the dorms, because they suck.
Find good friends, make a lot of friends, make a lot of memories.
And, you know, hang out with people however you choose, whether it's parties or, you know, just chilling in your living room, playing cards, whatever. And don't procrastinate. I do, but don't.
Always make sure to get tested, whether you're with someone or not. Funny story, guy I knew, great flourishing relationship, got chlamydia because someone cheated. You never know. Get tested, kids.
I had one boyfriend and he turned out to be an ass. So I don't really have much experience with that. I think it's trial and error, figure it out, and don't count on anything working out because it's probably not a safe bet.
Relationships. They're gonna really ruin your 4 years here, but you're gonna think it's gonna add something to your life. But it won't, it's just gonna take away from it. Your money, your happiness, your friends, it's all gonna slowly drain, whether or not you know it.
Ew. Yeah, relationships in college are pretty pointless. If you're like still with your high school sweetheart, like that's gonna end real soon. And if you're not, I mean, like maybe it could work out. I think college relationships like work out more than high school ones, but like you're probably gonna go in different directions after you graduate.
Someone I think once tried to hit on me by bringing up that they loved ramen noodles because it was homecoming, and I was just going inside my door and it was like their split second chance. I also like chow mein. It's good. Okay, good night.
So basically, I was at the Crimson Calf getting a sandwich, and it was after practice, so I'm looking a little ratchet. I got a sweatshirt on, my hair's wet and in a bun, and I'm getting my soda, and I'm really, really tired, and all I want is my freaking diet soda. This kid comes up to me and starts hitting on me. I'm not in the mood, I'm just not in the mood, especially how he like hits on me. He's like, hey, how you doing? I really like your wet hair. And I'm like, what? What kind of pickup line is that? That wet hair, is that supposed to like turn me on or something? Because that is not turning me on. Literally, that's turning me off and wanting to punch you and throw my soda in your face.
In my 3 years of college so far, I've been on one date and it was the worst date of my life. I went out with this guy. It was like my roommate's friend. She like set us up and we went to the place where he worked. So we like went in and like sat down, there was like nobody there. I was like, okay, cool. Like we had like texted, he seemed cool. So we sit down, we like order our food, we're talking, like it's going okay. And then he just starts like yelling across the restaurant to like everyone who was working and like making fun of them, but he like wasn't being funny. So like you could tell he was nervous and like trying to impress me, but like yelling at your coworkers isn't impressive. And then this like girl came over and literally for 30 minutes, he just talked to her, like completely ignored me and talked to her and like made plans to go out that night, like go like out drinking or whatever. And I was like, okay, like I know that this probably isn't like a romantic hangout later, but like you probably shouldn't ask another girl to hang out when you're on a date with another girl. Like it was just super uncomfortable and pretty rude. Don't do that.
Don't think that I have chlamydia, please.
Hey guys, I'm Haley.
I'm Kane.
Hi, I'm Haley.
And you're watching Witticism.
You're watching Witticism.
And you're watching Witticism.
Welcome to Story Time with Grandma Bertha. I got a great story for you, so sit down and listen. This is called I'm in Love. Got the body of a goddess. Got eyes butter pecan brown. I see you, girl, dropping low. She coming down from the ceiling to the floor. She know what she doing. She doing that right thing. I need to get her over to my crib to do that night thing, 'cause I'm in love with a stripper. She popping, she rolling, she climbing that pole, and I'm in love with a stripper. She tripping, she playing, I'm not going nowhere, girl. I'm staying. I'm in love with a stripper. Out of all of the girls, she be the hottest. Liking the way she break it down, I see you, girl, spinning wide. And she looking at me right in my eyes. Yeah, she got my attention. Did I forget to mention? I need to get her over to my crib and do that night thing. 'Cause I'm in love with a stripper. Well, that's all the time we have today. I'll see you next time on Grandma Bertha. Toodaloo!
Hey guys, welcome back to Advice with yours truly. I know I typically tell you guys that I've received so many letters, but this past week our mailbox was pretty dry. So I've gotten a couple of letters and let's just get to it. Dear Haley, I'm a freshman here at IUP and I have no friends, like at all. I'm super lonely and it's pretty lame. I talk to my mom more than I talk to other kids on campus. She's always asking if I'm dating anyone and I tell her no, and she sounds pretty disappointed every time I tell her that I'm still single, but I really don't care about getting a boyfriend. I just want friends. I don't know what to do because college is supposed to be the best 4 years of my life and so far it's looking like the worst. How do I make friends that aren't my mom? Please help. Thanks, Kelly. Oh, Kelly, that is really depressing. I'm so sorry that your life is so lame at the moment, but fear not, there's plenty of hope. So you are only a freshman. The good news is you have 4 years to make friends, and there's no cutoff. So try to make friends with kids in your dorm. Maybe post a sign in the laundry room saying that you're giving away free sandwiches every Wednesday. I'm sure a bunch of hungry college kids will swing by and you can make a friend by charming their stomach. That might require some money, but it'll definitely be worth it. If that doesn't work, maybe join some fitness classes or something. I've never taken one, but I'm sure you can bond with other people over sweating, and you'll be getting that booty into shape, which could really help with the boys and get your mom off your back. If all else fails, turn to online. Get a Tinder account and swipe right on everyone. Meet up with the boys you swipe on, and the first thing you should tell them is that they're in the friend zone. And boom, now you have a friend and they can't escape the solid walls of the friend zone. Yay you! And if you're still desperate for friends, I heard Bumble has a new feature where you can change your settings to BFF, so you're literally online dating for friends. And there, I'm sure you'll find a couple of desperately lonely people too. Good luck in your friendship endeavors, Kelly. Dear Haley, I'm a freshman in college, and so far, everything has been going great. I love my classes and the campus, and my favorite part is all the freedom that I now have. However, this newfound freedom has come back to bite me in the butt. My big, fat butt. That's right, I'm talking the freshman 15. The freedom between classes and the buffet-style dining halls makes it so easy for me to eat all the time. And I didn't really notice until it got cold and I had to try on my jeans and I couldn't get them buttoned. So now, not only am I getting fat, but I'm going to be broke buying a new wardrobe to fit my new self. I don't know what to do, but I do not want to go home this Thanksgiving break looking like the turkey in the middle of the table. How do I break free of the freshman 15 curse? Thanks, Amber. Amber, Amber, Amber. The freshman 15 is such a classic problem. Everyone hears about it in high school and then they get scared and then they decide it's a myth and they don't look out for it. But it is so very much alive and well. Just like you said, all the free time you now have makes it easier for you to snack more, and your dinners probably consist of a slice of pizza, a bowl of cereal, and mashed potatoes with soft serve for dessert because you can find all of that in one place, that place being Folgers. They don't make college food like they used to, you know, when they piled it filled with junk and laxatives and other fillers, making the food leave your body faster than it took you to load up your plate, therefore making college kids fat now. Now, you shouldn't be ashamed of gaining weight. I mean, thick is in now, right? But if you are insecure, here are a few ways that you can get around it. Number 1, eat a salad with every meal. When you're going through the buffet, grab a plate and make a small salad. Then put whatever other food you want on the other plate. This will make sure that you can't carry 2 plates of junk back to your table. And it cuts your calories in half. So there you go. Also, if you eat a salad after every meal, it helps you digest everything. That's what they do in Australia anyway. Tip 2, try going other places for meals than Folgers or Northern. While the buffets have so many options, that seem to be your downfall. So go to the hub or go to the cafe and just get one thing, like a wrap or a panini or whatever. Not only will this help with your binging, it adds variety to your life. You know, you want to keep things exciting. And tip 3, try going to the gym. This is the only time in your life when you get a free gym membership, so take advantage. Even if you go like 2 days a week, it's something. And I'm pretty sure they offer classes, so maybe get your yoga on if you're into that. Oh, and the girl from my last letter will probably be going to those too. I'll put you guys in contact, so now you have a buddy to go with. Yay for new friends. Well guys, that's all the time I have for you tonight, but keep sending me letters, please, and I'll keep giving subpar advice. I'll see you guys next week.
Well, the first week I got to Indiana, I went to get a haircut at this small barbershop. And I went in, there was this really creepy old dude who started asking me all kinds of questions. He asked me what kind of church I go to, like not if I go to church. And so he asked me what kind of church I go to, so I like mistakenly answered like that I don't go to church. So the guy wasn't glad, and then I looked around and he got all these like Trump posters up and stuff like that. Then he kind of asked if I want to join them, his and his friends, like on a Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock at a church to throw darts. So I was sitting there and the guy had his scissors, and I was kind of like saying, oh yeah, I'll come, of course I'll come, just please don't kill me. So that was like first week in Indiana. So yeah, I really need another haircut. I need to find a new place.
So weird experiences. I've lived through a couple, you know, some good ones, some bad ones. Once got assaulted, and I once threw up all over a house that wasn't my own. You have some highs, you have some lows. I think one of the lowest was when I fell asleep on a toilet my first night here at IUP. And I wasn't sitting on it, my face was in the toilet bowl.